Following the recent flood in Mallam Market in the Ablekuma North constituency of the Greater Accra region, traders at the Mallam Odoko markets have expressed dissatisfaction with authorities, accusing them of neglect. Affected traders are urgently calling on authorities to come to their aid and address the perennial flooding issue in the market. Citi News' Christopher Kevin Asima visited the market and filed the following report, which is presented by Hawa Idrisu Mustafa.
The Mallam Odoko market has been experiencing continuous flooding, exacerbated by recent heavy rains, causing extensive damage to the properties of the market women. According to the traders, this has become a daily occurrence, and the aftermath of this catastrophic flooding has left them in a state of despair.
Market ni mu yen shop mu yenyema. Mimi say me tissues ne me disposal plates ne enyema ni nyina say. Nsuo no ojina nsuo ni mu a it's above your knee. Nsuo ni de asay enyema nkasa.
First one about around 3 to 4 nim. Anana market koso. It's start here no. Emu ye den afina yehu sensuo no gata bi wo echiro yehu sensuo na ebuso ho no a eba gidigidi na ha nyina ye mama mfonyoma sei ye emu ne ade na enya agrokra.
In an interview with Citi News, the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma North, Sheila Battles, explained that her office has received a list of affected persons and her team is currently working to assist these individuals in getting back to their trade.
In fact, at the time that it rained, we had contractors who had come over because we have an allocation for some drains. So we were actually specifying the areas where we wanted the drains to be, and we were at Bintu when the rains actually started. And that was one of the areas that we had assigned or allocated for the drains when it happened. So we had to put a stop to it and then continue because most of the areas really had been badly affected. The following day, we continued to visit some of the victims across the various electoral areas, so to ascertain what was going on and also to offer them some support. So we did that for a number of days. Mallam Market and Odoko Market, I have started a particular program there a few months ago. I think it was somewhere around April. I worked with First Atlantic Bank, and we set up a fund for the market people to give them 100,000 cedis. So it was spread between the Mallam markets and then the Odoko markets. There were specific people who came to me with that request, and they brought their own list of beneficiaries. And then we worked with them to create that program for them. And this has been running. In fact, we started with 40 people. It grew to 58 at the last time that I checked.
She also expressed her concern over the situation and mentioned that her office is collaborating with the Ministry of Works and Housing to find a solution to this ongoing issue.
The problem is that most of the areas behind the Lafa have been filled, and people have constructed buildings all over that place. Even right behind the markets, that place has been filled and, buildings have been constructed there. So currently, as we speak, the Ramsar sites we have where all the water, the outflow is supposed to go, we don't have anywhere for the water to go. So even though the assembly had done a bit of work in desilting the drains, the first rains, we didn't have too big a problem, but that heavy rain actually affected everywhere. Every single electoral area was affected, and, the flood. So we've brought in the hydro services to come and look at it. In fact, I can tell you that as we speak, they have not given me a clear path as to how we're going to resolve that issue.